goes on to the YouTube. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Good evening, one and all. This is an absolute blast. Now, first of all, I want to really congratulate you, acknowledge you, each and every one of you who are here. You are here because you believe in really taking that life to the next level. Now, we're going to straight away dive into the whole thing. I remember this time when I spoke in front of people, really getting into the groove where I ideally want to be in a position to be able to take responsibility for myself. In order to do so, I knew I had to speak up. There were a couple of people, a couple of my seniors back in school, and they just wanted to beat me up. And they were doing that over a period of time, only up until a point where I had to decide, okay, this is enough. Enough is enough. I'm not going to go through the same old road again. I'm going to take some responsibility for myself. So I shouted, I screamed, and I told them, listen, I'm far better than what you are. I'm far better in terms of learning, in terms of marks and all. And yes, you might just beat me up right now in terms of strength, but I'm going to promise you, I'm going to be so strong one day that I'm going to beat you all back as well. And that is the sign of confidence. That is something that instantly I had to really come up with some kind of a strategy in order to really take myself away from getting beaten up once again. And the best way that I could come out with, to deciding to be confident. Today, we're going to break each and every one of those patterns. And I hope you all are pretty much fired up. The training that you're going to receive today, it's just going to mind boggle you for sure. So let us get onto it straight away. The first thing, obviously, we want to know is how to really speak confidently instantly. But in order to do so, I think the first question that we need to ask ourselves is, why is being confident, why most of us are not confident while speaking? Now, we all understand, right? We've never really taught all these things in school or college. We have never really been taught. I mean, when was the last time that you have been given some kind of a speaking lessons, confidence lessons? Being insightful and all these crazy things, right? We've never really been in a position where we've opened up to all these things. Not a chance. What has happened though is our growth in terms of becoming better has increased. We want to become better personally, we want to become professionally, but no techniques. So straight away, why most of us are not speaking confidently? We don't have any techniques and methods when we are in our school and college. Most importantly, we don't have a place to practice. We don't have a place where we can receive critical feedback. We get into comparison syndrome because we try and identify ourselves with others, like speakers who are far better than us, or speakers who have been more into practice. They are a better version of ourselves. We start comparing ourselves with them, and we start asking ourselves, okay, whether I'm even good enough. Have I even done anything right? Can I really grow? Can I ever be anywhere even near to remotely close to that particular person? And what it does, it just sends us into this guilt spiral, in this competitive negative loop. Now, listen to this. There are somewhere around 78% of people on the planet right now, those who believe and feel, I would prefer speaking with people compared to death. I would prefer speaking to people. I would prefer death rather than speaking with people. Yeah, we find out all these weird kind of excuses of not really speaking, when we truly understand that in life right now we are in a position, if we are breathing, if we are brushing our teeth, if we are eating, we also have to speak. How many agree with me on this? We have to speak. We don't have a choice. So right now, if that's the case, then we have to learn the techniques and methods. And today we're going to shatter all of those things. We're going to learn all of those things in this training that we're going to be undergoing. So what do we really mean by speaking confidently? Even before I get on with the points, I would want a couple of answers from you all. What do you think? What is that first thing that comes into your mind when you even think about speaking confidently? Come on, give me some answers. Let's see. Let's make this a little interactive. What would be those answers? What is speaking confidently according to you?
Can I?
Yes. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, if we are talking about confidence, then first of all, we have to develop a story in between our mind, and it can only be happen if we are open-minded and we are able to interact with many things which are present around us, right? So we are able to make up a story in our mind, and after making that story, of course, what we think in our mind, what we imagine, we hold it in our hand. So yeah, it the flow actually goes on after making a story. It's just like a commentary. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. So we got stories and then thinking about it, critically organizing our thoughts and presenting it. Okay. So that's a sensational answer. Let's just bring up what do we have in store now. Ideally, confidence. Now, resonate whether you are able to agree with any of this or not. Then type yes in the chat box so that we can really see whether we are all on the same page or not. The first is obviously smile. Like a person who is confident will have needs to have this kind of a smile on their face. When smile is a certificate of confidence, right? Okay, Katambari is telling me things should not be left out while speaking. So again, organized communication, that would be point number two, isn't it? So that we don't leave out whatever it is that we want to share. Vocabulary, using the right words. I mean, that's a big one, isn't it? Power of stories, just like we got an answer, isn't it? I mean, how can we craft stories along with our speaking? And of course, turning every single speaking into a rapport building dialogue. Like every single time we speak, it's not just a monologue, it's not just one person talking. Whenever we are communicating, whenever we are conversing, it's always with two people, at least one or more people. And in that case, we need to understand that, okay, when we are speaking, the other person also needs to feel good, isn't it? How many are able to relate with me on this, right? 100%. So if that is really the case, the third thing that we need to understand in this is the 3E method to unleash your confidence. Now, listen to this. This entire workshop is all about, this entire training is all about how can you speak confidently instantly. So the first thing that has to come into our mind is how can we be confident? And that's one of the most common questions that I keep asking, I keep getting asked by every single person that I am connected to. How are you so confident? How can you speak so effectively? Most importantly, how can you be so confident in any kind of a scenario? So let's just get this entire thing out of our picture right now. And we're going to do that in this very, very interesting training by learning the 3E method of unleashing your confidence. The first is energy. Now, let's do this together, okay? The first thing is obviously energy. Then you got enthusiasm, which is excitement. Number three is entertainment. Okay. So now just do this with me. Okay. Right now, wherever you're seated, take out your hands like this. Lift your hands. Yeah, lift your hands. Okay. Bring them closer like this. Okay. Touch them to your chest. Yeah. Touch your entire fist to your chest. And now what I want you to do is wriggle your arms like a duck. Yeah. Just keep doing this. Keep doing this. I can see Rajalakshmi ma'am is already smiling, right? All of you all are smiling. Now, okay, now stop it. How do you feel after doing this? Come on, tell me. Give me a feeling. How are you feeling right now as you were doing this entire exercise? Come on. How are you?
Somewhat childish and like yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah,
Different.
childish, isn't it? Childish. So it's kind of fun. We're all smiling. We're all laughing. We're all enjoying the whole process. Okay. Now let's do one more thing. Okay. Wherever you are seated right now, just turn your entire face into an O. So say O, but don't say O. Just make your face into like, okay, right? Do this. Now take both of your hands. Okay, both of your hands. Now let's try to make some sounds from our face. Okay, do it. Come on, do it. It's a very good exercise in terms of acupuncture and all those things. Okay, do you feel good? Yeah, you feel good. Yeah, I know it feels weird when you're slapping yourself. There have been a lot of people who haven't really done this for quite a while. We must have received slaps from others. I get that. But do you see the whole idea? We are all smiling right now. We're all smiling right now. We're all feeling good, isn't it? Why? All the two exercises that we just did, this is usually the techniques that I use whenever I want to pump myself up. I just do some crazy thing. Okay, the third technique that I'm going to introduce you to, put on some music and really dance. And just put on some music and just dance. It's that easy. If these are the things that you do, here's what happens. When you are moving, energy flows through your body. You are excited. You become a child. The inner child wakes up in you. You are literally growing in terms of your enthusiasm. And most importantly, entertainment, because you're going to have fun. When you have fun, people around you is going to have fun. And I have this quote from one of my greatest mentors: focus moves where energy flows. Focus moves where energy flows. So the moment you are moving in energy, you're going to be more focused. So that's why we always have to follow the 3E, right? So just put it up in the chat. What are the 3E that we mentioned? Obviously, the first is energy, right? Energy. When you go through energy, what happens? You have enthusiasm. Okay, that's the second E. And when you combine energy and enthusiasm, what do you get? What do you get out of it? You feel entertained, and the other person whom you are connected to feels entertained as well. Thank you so much, Priya, for that. Okay, now all the questions we can keep it till the end. At the end, we'll be answering all the questions during the Q&A section. But right now, I want you to be absolutely focused in the training that we are going through. Now, the 3E to confidence is taken care of. Now, let us just acknowledge this very interesting aspect of designing our speaking. Now, I remember this time in our school, our class teacher, I was in class 2 that time. I'm talking about the year 2003. My class teacher called me up. I was in class 2, called 5 people from my batch. And he gave us a script. And that script had one particular message, the same script for all the 5 people. The message was, the way we educate ourselves, the way we study, the way we learn our subjects helps us to grow in life, because education gives us the superpower to face the world. Simple line. It was written, right? It was written. So now 5 of us were there, and 5 people read out the same sentence on their own, like in their own style. My question to you is, do you think all the 5 people have had the same impact or different? Put it up in the chat or just unmute yourself and answer. The 5 people had the same script, had the same words. Do you think all the 5 people had the same impact, or the impact would have been different?
No, it would different.
Okay, yeah. Anmol says different. Raj Lakshmi says. Sorry? Okay, yeah, it must have been different. Yes. So now, why is it like that? Why is it like that? 5 people with the same script, same amount of words, yet everything is pretty much different. Why is it like that? When we really want to break the whole pattern down, that's when the whole concept of speaking comes into the picture. Understand this, people. We've understood the 3E method to unleash your confidence. We did a little exercises. You do that exercises, you practice that over a week, you're going to feel much more confident. There have been interviews that I presented, and just outside the interview room, when I can see all the other participants, they're all nervous and everything. I am literally doing this entire exercise. I'm really jumping and, boxing and all these crazy things outside the interview room, and people will walk up to me and say, well, are you crazy? Yeah, I'm crazy because I want to keep myself in an energy rich state, more confident self. Now, the ingredients to speaking is what we're going to be learning today. Same script, but different impact. Why? Because the 5 people who spoke did not know the fundamentals of speaking. What are the fundamentals of speaking? There's this legend named Dr. Albert Mehrabian. He came up with this amazing formula. I mean, think about it. 7% is your content. That's it. Whatever you speak about includes only 7%. That is 93% of your communication is non-verbal. 93%. When I tell you, welcome to this training, there's a lot of difference between welcome to this training versus welcome to this training versus welcome to this training. Yeah, you see, which one was more powerful? Come on. Which one were you able to resonate with the most? 1, 2, or 3? I'm going to do that one. 3. Yeah, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Anything other than 1 is obviously going to make you feel much better because I included all these different elements. I'm using my voice, I'm using my entire body. So 7% of what you speak about is just depends on your content. Yeah. The way you speak, the way you use your voice to speak, that's 38%. 38% is how you use your voice to speak. And of course, you have 55%. 55% is the way you use your entire body to speak. I'm sure you all must have been in schools and colleges and all where the teacher will just come and tell you, let's open to chapter number 5, line 2. Let's start reading. Let's start learning. I hope you have studied properly. If you have any doubts and all. By the end of the 1 hour class, first of all, the 1 hour class seems like an entire decade long class, never seems to end. And we all, most of us are like drowsy state. In fact, I usually use this joke when I used to conduct seminars in my class in college that, in fact, when the teachers are not listening or if the teacher is good enough, if you're looking to heal insomnia, send students to these kind of classes. It just works wonders. Yeah. So again, the key to effective speaking is following the Albert Mehrabian formula. Just 7% is your content. Focus exclusively on how you are using your entire body to speak, whether it's your hands, your facial expressions, hand gestures, and all those crazy things. And also, you got the whole voice, the way you're modulating your voice. Yeah. So confidence is done. Speaking is done. Next, we'll move on into the tools again, the tools that we really want to work on. But even before that, this is a big question that we all have all the time. Okay, Suryadeep, you mentioned about speaking. You mentioned about speaking with confidence. But what do I speak about? What is my content? What do I mean, content, fine. You mentioned that 7%, but what is specifically do I speak about? So let's do this exercise right now. It's going to be a little immersion involved, very mild immersion involved. And that's when in this particular segment, the next couple of minutes, you will have identified at least something that you can speak about. Okay. So we're going to be involving, we're going to be connecting, we're going to be designing our individualized content, individualized what to speak about. Okay. So what I would want you all to do is, first of all, get into state and set an intention using breathing. I'll quickly wrap this up once again. Set an intention by breathing and deciding on the outcome. Okay. So for that, let's just go through an immersion. So what I would like for you all to do is just look up into your forehead. Feel as if you're looking at your forehead. Just try to look at your forehead. Okay. One moment. I will just unmute everybody. Yeah, perfect. Just look up into your forehead. Now take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, drop down your eyes and close your eyes. Okay, close your eyes. Why do we do this? Because we want to get ourselves into state. Take another deep breath in. Hold. And as you exhale, get rid of all the tension in your body, in your shoulders, in your face and everything. Okay, take another deep breath in. Hold. Exhale. And as we exhale, just tune into your soul by giving yourself a big, huge smile. Just smile a little big. Okay. Yeah. Smile a little big. Yes. Feel the smile. Yes. Amazing. Now, I'm going to invite you to 3 episodes of your life. 3 episodes. And I want you to really vividly use your imagination and visualization to okay, I want you to just dive deep and really immerse yourself in this entire exercise. Yeah. As your eyes are closed, I want you to just imagine and visualize, use these 2 tools of your mind. First, a moment in your life that made you so happy. Like this is the happiest that you have ever been. The happiest moment of your life. What was that moment for you? What was that moment for you? What were you doing? What was it? Where were you? Who were there around you? Were you in school? Were you in college? Were you getting married? Were you with someone you adore and admire? Did you get your results? Did you crack an exam? What was that happiest day for you? I want you to just immerse yourself in that feeling. What clothes were you wearing? What food were you eating? What were your emotions? What were your facial expressions? I want you to just live that moment right now. You might as well allow that smile to emanate out and really trickle down in your lips. Just enjoy that smile. Live that smile. Yes. And just live into that moment. Live into that moment. And now, just with the eyes of your mind, just take a little snapshot of that particular image, that particular incident. Just a small little picture with the tools of your mind. Just take that little picture. Yes. And I want you to just keep it safe with you. I want you to imagine that there's a bag with you, a bag, and I want you to keep that entire picture inside that bag, a purse, could be a small little carry bag, whatever that suits you. Okay. Let's move a little ahead. Okay. This time, as you're walking ahead in the realms of your imagination and visualization, I want you to dive into that day when you were shattered and broken. The incident, the situation, the person, the people, the experience that just broke you completely. It just messed you up so much that all you had to do was you wanted to give up, but you decided not to. You decided not to. You just said to yourself something. Either you called a friend, you went for help, or you just decided, I'm going to come out of this. I am going to come out of this. And you decided to take a few steps. But that specific incident is what helped you learn the greatest of lessons in life. What was that incident? That could have been your turning point of your life. That could have been a day you had your first heartbreak. That could have been a day you failed in something. You lost someone very dear. But you learned a lot of amazing things. Once again, I want you to just capture that image with the power of your mind. Just utilizing your mind to just capture that image and put it up in that safe folder, the suitcase, the purse, whatever it might be. Just put that picture in there. Now I want you to take another deep breath in. Exhale. And as you exhale, you're again free and fresh. This time, I want you to focus on an incident in your life that just opened your eyes, opened your mind, opened your soul completely into some new awakening altogether. It's just like you were guided with some answers, some kind of insight, some kind of aha moments, something that just happened to you, which you never really thought will happen to you. And you just realized something so profound in yourself. You realize something so powerful inside yourself. Could be a moment when you probably met someone for the first time. You attended a seminar, you read a particular book, or you went for a travel destination, something very small, something very big, but you just realize that you are so special, you are so amazing. What was that incident for you? What was that aha moment for you? What were the aha moments? What did you realize? Yeah. Just breathe into it once again. Hold, exhale. And then once again, take another picture from there. Take another snapshot of that incident, that moment, that the date, whatever it was, and put it up in the folder. Put it up in the bag, the suitcase, whatever it is. And right now, I want you to just come back to this present moment, come back to your present awareness, come back to your present reality. Right now, just feel your body once again. Take a deep breath in, hold, exhale, and slowly open your eyes. Yeah. Slowly open your eyes. Yes. How did that feel? How did that feel? Put it up in the chat. I want to know, how did that feel for you all? Yes. And I hope you were able to find 3 stories, 3 incidents, 3 pieces of content in just a couple of minutes. Yeah. So I'm not going to dive into any of the layers. I mean, it's your story, it's your journey. And you just have to keep a note of it. That's it. What I would want to encourage you right now is pick either of the stories, like either of the three stories. Let's just say the happiest day for me so far in my life, I can definitely recall the time. It's on the 3rd of August. And I was so angry and I was so pissed. But then I saw the love of my life the first time in person. I was so angry, but deep inside I was so happy. What was I wearing? I was probably wearing this shirt itself. So I want you to really choose either of the three stories, whichever you witnessed in the eyes of your mind, and divide that entire story into two segments. The first, the story, that is the incident, the experience. Number two, the lesson or the insight. I'm going to repeat this. The story followed by a lesson or a message or an insight. Lesson or message or an insight. So maybe when I choose that my happy story, my lesson or the insight would be, oh my God, how can a soul look this gorgeous? How can love be personified in such a magical manner? How can Mother Nature create such an amazing human being? Okay. Yeah. So right now, if you have been getting that story, I'm sure you've been able to carve out some kind of a structure along with it as well, isn't it? So what we would want you to do is just write down in the chat a one line of at least one story. Maybe you can write down happy story and just a brief about it. Maybe the day you passed your exam, or maybe you want to share up your aha moment. So you may just write down aha moment, maybe when you read a book. Yeah, just put it up in the chat. Let's see what are the things that you have observed in this brief immersion exercise that we just did. Yes, come on, put it up in the chat. Let's see, or you can even unmute yourself and just share it very briefly. Which one would you want? Okay, so Kirti is telling me the story of your hostel life. Well, that must have been quite adventurous. Yeah. Which category would you put that in? Happy, sad, or aha moment? And what about others? I'm looking for some answers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So basically everything. Okay. Amazing. So that means you can carve out multiple content from that one source itself. Pretty amazing. Amazing. Okay. Right. I'm still expecting answers from all the others as well. So please do type it in the chat. The more we interact, the more fun it gets, right? So each and every one of us right now, we are in a position. Okay, let me ask this question right now to you. Each and every one of us present in this meeting right now, do we all have three stories? Do we all have three stories or three incidents? Yes. Yeah, perfect. So right now, you know, what do you want to speak about? How do we frame it together? How can we speak about it instantly? We'll get into that. But at least now we know what do we have to speak about. The 7% is taken care of. So let's give ourselves a pat on the back. Let's give ourselves a nice little round of applause. Lots of high fives, virtual hugs. Because we know what do we have to speak about. Look at those answers flying in. Feels wonderful when you meet someone special for the very first. Oh yeah, it sure does. Like people say there are butterflies in the stomach. I felt an entire zoo in my stomach that day. It was crazy. Okay, getting scholarship, Rakesh sir. Anmol is telling me happy feeling when I saw my daughter the first time and doctor handed over to me. Oh, that must have been quite a feeling, isn't it? Amazing. So you're choosing a happy story. So all the others, I'm sure you got your stories as well. Now, if the stories are taken care of, now let's understand proper methodology. Now, the two tools that we are going to be learning today, these are the two tools in which you can utilize to speak instantly. We found out what to speak about, how to speak about. We found out about confidence, the 3E method. But right now, when it comes to instantly speaking, these are the two tools that we're going to be using. The first tool is called as the SCD, the structure, confidence, delivery. Second tool is called the think, observe, speak, and listen. So let me just ask you, all of you must have been in this position where you have been given an opportunity to speak, but you did not know what to speak, how much to speak, when to stop, when to end, and all those things, right? But still you spoke, isn't it? Now, if you really decode what has been going on in your brains, the techniques that we're going to learn right now is all that goes on in the brain. So let's take it one by one. The first is called as a structure. What is a structure? Every time you communicate, every time you speak, it needs to have a proper beginning. Yes, proper beginning. Number two, it needs to have a middle part, like a main body, the main stuff that I want to speak about. Yes. And then it needs to have an ending in some form or the other, right? So that's the first thing, is structure. What in structure? The BME, body, beginning, the main body, and the ending. How to go about it, we're getting there. But let's just first focus on the technique. Second is confidence. We learned about the 3E. Come on, tell me who can tell me what are the 3 E's that we learned in confidence. Yeah, the first is, come on, people. You can unmute yourself and share or put it up. Okay, you cannot unmute yourself. Okay, yeah, I think now you can unmute yourself.
Energy, enthusiasm,
Okay.
And entertainment.
Entertainment, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Okay.
I didn't got like what is the structure, like you said na, like pehla kya tha?
We'll get there. We'll get there. Just hold on. Yeah. Okay. Now, structure meaning BME. So the beginning, the main body, and the ending. Now comes to confidence, the 3E, the energy, the enthusiasm, and the entertainment. Now coming to delivery. Delivery, we are going to learn a very, very interesting tool in some time. But every single time we speak, how many of you believe that we need to deliver it in a way that the other person is going to feel going to resonate with that? Yes, always. Otherwise, it's just me talking. I mean, we all know that person, isn't it? When we just keep talking, and the other person is not even listening, not even understanding what we want to say. Delivery is what solves all these things. Now coming to the second tool, which is called as think, observe, speak, and listen. Think, observe, speak, and listen. Now I'm going to share a very interesting story here. When I was conducting this entire session on how to speak impromptu, it was one of the sessions in the Toastmasters. I was training people on how you can speak impromptu. For 2 minutes, any topic that is given, you will have to speak. I was not really getting any kind of techniques. Then I figured out, okay, what is it that I do? I realized it's not just me, but everybody. Okay. The moment we are given a topic, the moment we are asked about something, the first thing we do is we just look up, or we roll our eyes or something up and down or something. We just look here and there, maybe, because we think, isn't it? That's the first thing we all do. But then the whole process becomes a little hodgepodge. But we still speak. Because while we are thinking, deep inside our brains, we are observing all the things that is coming up. What are we observing? The stories that is related to the topic, the facts and research materials related to the topic, my perspectives and insights related to the topic. And then how do I start delivering it? So thinking and observing about what do I want to speak. And then, only then, we start speaking. But do we only speak? No. We go through an entire process of listening as well in the back of our mind. What do we have to speak? How do we have to speak? What is next? What are the next things we need to speak? All those things are happening in the back of our mind, isn't it? But I'm just encouraging you to be aware of it. The first, just follow the steps. Think, observe, then speak, and then listen. Yeah. So the two tools, structure. What is the structure? A powerful beginning, a main body about what you're going to speak, an ending, BME. Then confidence, 3E, energy, enthusiasm, entertainment. How do you do that? Well, just do all those moves, all those crazy things that we did. And then delivery, we will learn a very interesting tool in some time. Then we got our TOSL, think, observe, speak, and listen. I hope you're getting all these things, because I'm going to literally demonstrate the whole thing to you so that you get a clear idea on how to really use this entire technique. Okay, perfect. Now let's get into The tool, another tool that's going to help us organize things so perfectly. This is the delivery part, and this is the one tool that we're going to be learning. It's called as the tiffin box tool. This is a tiffin box tool. Now, this tool works wonders whether you are communicating with one person, whether you're speaking in front of 10 people, with your family members, you are on TEDx, preparing yourself for a TEDx speech, or just talking to your friends and family. This tiffin box tool works wonders. It's going to help you build relationships. It's going to help you build connections. It's going to help the other person with whom you are speaking to feel heard. And most importantly, it's a conversation that flows. Every single time we speak, if we can divide our entire speaking into 3 containers, tiffin box containers, it becomes so easy. The first, obviously, the tiffin box containers needs to include a start, a main body, and an end. So the different possible starting techniques, a lot of people will go on good morning, good evening, and all those things. No, let's just chop off everything. Let's choose either of the 3 starting techniques. Number 1, I remember. I remember. What happens? The moment the audience is thinking about it, the moment you say this out to the audience will be like, oh, okay, he's taking me into a journey. Number 2, imagine for a moment. Imagine for a moment. Yes. And then the third, there's something so common between you and I. Finding a commonality. I remember, imagine for a moment, finding a commonality. These are the 3 techniques in which you start. Then you have your 3 containers. Now these 3 containers needs to be filled up with either of these 3 things. You need to have personal stories. So now each and every one of us right now have our 3 personal stories that we discovered today itself in this training. Now, let me ask you these, the remaining 2 things. If I have to ask you this question, what is that one quote that can really give me a flavor of how your life has been? What would be that quote? Put it up in the chat. Let me see. If there is one quote that can really resonate with how your life has been, what will that quote be? I'll tell you my quote. My quote will be, whenever there's a breakup or a breakdown, turn it into a breakthrough. Powerful one, isn't it? Okay. Life is beautiful. Knowledge shared is about knowledge doubled. I love that. Logic can take you to A and B, but imagination can take you anywhere. I love that. So now observe. The containers are slowly getting filled. We all have our stories. We all have at least some kind of a quote right now for people who are writing up in the chat. Patience pays. I love that. Okay. So we all have those quotes. Now, the next thing is insights. Insights meaning perspective. What do you individually think about a particular topic? What do you think about, for example, I'll just ask you this question. Let's put it this way. What is life according to you? Give me one word in the chat. Let's see. What is life according to you? One word. So my one word will be adventurous. That would be my one word. Yeah. What is life according to you? It's a journey. It's a challenge. Okay. Yeah. Pretty interesting. Yeah. Journey works great. Okay. Now observe this, people. All our containers are getting in place. Rahman sir is telling good health, memory. Yeah. Yamani, I love that. All these things going on. Now, the whole point is whether I can put it all together when I'm speaking. Because my third container, if you look at it, I have 3 things to talk about, but now I have to end with power. I need to have an ending. How do I end? I can end with either of the 3 techniques. Number 1, I can bring down the title. So it's called the process of looping. Looping. The way I started, maybe with a question. Imagine for a moment I spoke about something and I'm ending with that topic as well. That's first. Number 2, I'm asking a question, throwing a question and ending with a question. If I'm talking about life and let's just say begin with, my life was very, very difficult. I'll end with, how was your life? How has your life been? Now, what do you think will happen the moment I ask a question? Right now that I asked you a question, you would want to answer me, right? That's what happens. When you end with a question, you make your listener, your audience, feel connected with you. They want to just think and process all the things that you ask, because the Bible says, ask and ye shall receive. It works wonders all the time. And the third technique is you want to have your autograph ending. What do I mean by an autograph ending? Something so unique and exclusive for you. So my autograph ending usually is, most of the times when I end any video or any session, this is Dr. Suryadeep. I love you all so much. Mwah. I've been doing this for the last 1.5 years, and there are a couple of comments where I got, Suryadeep, I watch your entire video because I'm waiting for that last flying kissy. It's just that last little touch. Yeah. So which technique will you be able to resonate with? That's up to you. But so far, we learned how to speak confidently with the 3E method: energy, enthusiasm, entertainment. We learned how to speak effectively using the Albert Mehrabian formula: 7% of content, 38% of body, vocal variety, 55% of body language. We learned about the SCD, the structure, BME model. Every single time I speak, it needs to have a beginning, a main body, and an ending. Confidence, delivery, the tiffin box tool. I need to have a beginning, I need to have an end, and in the middle, when I speak, I need to have personal stories, which we figured out. We found out 3 stories, each and every one of us. We found out quotes. Each and every one of us have a quote right now. Each and every one of us has some kind of an insight right now. Okay. So far, if this is what, okay, yeah, we've also learned the TOSL tool, right? Every time we speak, we need to think, we need to observe what is coming in, we need to speak, and then simultaneously listen to what is going on in the back of our mind as well. What is the next thing that we want to speak? Now, let's bring it all together in the form of a demonstration. A demonstration. Here's what I would want you to do. I want you to give me a phrase, any topic, any phrase. Don't give me 1 or 2 words. Give me a nice little line, put it up in the chat. And the first thing that I get, I'm going to speak about it impromptu for 2 minutes using the same techniques that we have learned in the session together. Put it up. Let's see what topic do I get. Okay. Just one moment. Yeah, come on. Bring up the topic. Let's see. Okay. What do I have? Okay. Rahman sir has given me a topic. What have you done for your family? The 28th of September, 2019. I was in Bangalore in a mandir, washing those dishes for the medical camp and Narayan Seva that's going to happen the next morning. My phone suddenly starts vibrating. I take up the phone and there's just messages. Congratulations, 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 congratulations. The results for our bachelor's in dental surgery final year degree was announced. I had written an exam which was pathetic and I was absolutely sure that I'm going to fail. I visit the website, put in my roll number, put in my date of birth, click on submit. The next 3 to 4 seconds seemed like eternity. The results popped out. First thing I did, I scrolled all the way down, didn't even check my marks. And it was written, Dr. Suryadeep Mazumdar passed with 2nd class. I had scored 62%, which is just 3% less than 65%. That is almost hitting a 1st class in final year dentistry. I immediately called up my mom and dad and I did a video call literally. And I was crying. They were crying. That was the day I realized even I can do anything. I can literally do anything if I decide on something. A moment that changed my life once and for all. What did I do for my family? I made them proud by being the first doctor in the entire ancestral history. I feel so proud doing this much. Do you feel proud when you're listening to my story? That's my topic. Yeah. Now, let's break it down. Did I have a proper structure? Yes or yes? I had. I had a story. I connected it with my insight. And of course, I had an ending with a question. How did I start? I straight away started with a story. Isn't it? Straight away. I remember. If you really have been observing. Now, did I go through the whole think, observe, speak, and listen technique? Of course I did. What was the first thing I did? Come on, people. Let's see. The first thing I did was I took a deep breath in because I was processing everything deep inside. Then I started talking, speaking. But did you notice the little pauses I was having in between when I was speaking? Because I was also listening to what is going on inside. Now, coming to the tiffin box tool. I had a beginning, I had an ending done, but now let's come to the three containers. Now, the three containers, did I have a story? Of course, I had a story. In fact, I shared my breakthrough story. We all fixed three stories, right? I chose the breakthrough story. I picked up the breakthrough story. I shared the breakthrough story with you for the first 1 minute. Then I connected it with the topic that was given to me. Yeah, the topic that was given to me, what have I done for my family? So I spoke about the results, right? And then I connected it with the topic. I started sharing about how my journey about in dentistry has been, how I can do anything. That's perspective and insights, you see. So the second, the three containers, you can play around anyhow, depending on what topic that you get. You may include two personal stories, one quote, or you may even include one story, one fact, one insight. Feel free to be flexible with however you are using the technique. But I'm just giving you an entire insight on how easy it is to speak when you utilize all these techniques that you learn from the training. How do you get better? You just have to continue practicing. You practice more and more and more using the same techniques, and you're just going to continue to get better. If that's the thing learned, let's just try and understand how can we use these entire techniques practically. So now we're going to take two relevant examples. One is personal example, one is a professional example. So personal example, when I was with a group of friends, everybody were talking and I didn't even know. Of course, I was an introvert. I was very shy. I used to stammer a lot while speaking, and I was not even fluent in English or Hindi. I only knew Bengali. But here's how I utilized the same techniques just a couple of months back. What I would do is I would simply just think about the topics that they are speaking and then observe whatever that is going on in my mind and just go about starting straight away with a story. So people would be talking, I would just bombard in and I would say, I would just actually begin with imagine for a moment. Let's just say people are, a couple of group of my friends were just talking about traveling and trekking. So I just bombarded and I said, imagine for a moment if we were right at the top of the hill and your hand slipped and you were falling. Instantly, the conversation has started. And then I go about sharing, this is what I had observed in my dream one night. And I got so scared that I promised myself I'm never ever going to go for trekking or any of these things ever. Everybody has started literally smiling, laughing. And then suddenly the conversation is vibrant, kept up. Because I am using the techniques and methods. Now coming to professional, when I was attending interviews, back in during my internship, I was going to these places like Domino's and D-Mart and Burger King and all these places just to get a part-time job. And the manager would ask me, why would we hire you? And here's what I would say, use the same technique, SCD, TOSL stories. Sir, imagine for a moment, if you had a series of customers who were so angry because of some kind of a fault inside your main kitchen, how would you feel? You'd feel completely confused. Sir, I remember a time when I was in my college. I really didn't feel so good. My stomach was hurting. And obviously, I knew I had to write the exam. There were also a lot of patients in, so I not only had to finish my exam, practical exam, I also had to guide the patients to the right departments. So what I did is I simply walked up to them. I took one patient at a time because I believe in service. I believe in being my best version. You should hire me because I bring in diligence, I bring in caring, I bring in kindness, I bring in compassion. And I'm sure these are the criteria that you will not find in anyone with a degree, because they don't teach you this in school or college. Do you think I must have cracked the job? Yeah, if I had shared this story. Because it's, again, personalized. I'm using the same techniques and methods, by the way. So it's pretty simple. So now, again, just to cover up all the things that we have learned so far, we learned why do we have difficulty in speaking confidently? What do we mean by speaking confidently? We learned about how to speak confidently by learning this entire Albert Mehrabian formula. We learned about the confidence part, 3 E's to confidence: energy, enthusiasm, entertainment. We learned about the SCD tool. We learned about the TOSL tool. I also gave you a demonstration, also gave you practical relevant examples on how you can literally use this entire tool in your day-to-day life. Perfect. Now, obviously, for those of you who are here, you will be getting a workbook related to this tomorrow. Of course, thank you. A big thank you for all those who've really contributed to us. We'll be reaching out to you tomorrow and giving you the workbooks. But right now, I have something very interesting for you. If we have learned all this right now in the last 45 minutes, how will you feel if we can learn all these things together? Literally, it's not just me talking. It's not just you participating through chat or text and all, but you are also able to play full out. We're going to go through an entire immersion, an entire month-long immersion. How would that be? Will it be good? Yes. So if that is what we really want, then I'm going to just share with you something so powerful. We just decided this. We did this entire thing back in October, which I like to call it as the impromptu communication blueprint. What happens in impromptu communication blueprint? It's more of like a journey, a month-long extravaganza that we all go through. Month-long extravaganza. Entire 30 days. Now, I really believe this, see, people. We have 2021 getting over today. Today is the penultimate month of 2021. We have the last month of 2021 beginning from tomorrow. What a phenomenal gift will it be if we can all learn this one skill by the end of the year? Wouldn't it be nice? If you all can also speak effectively instantly by learning the importance of impromptu communication. What is impromptu communication? Extempore. You can speak effectively, easily, on the go, whenever you are being asked. All it takes is just 1 month of consistent learning in order to find yourself in this position. Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah. So let me just share with you what do we have in store. We have a total of 4 live masterclasses to begin with. These 4 live masterclasses, what it will do is it will obviously give you an entire foundation. The week 1 of our masterclass, just one moment. Yeah. The week 1 of our masterclass will obviously include a speaking foundations. What do I mean by speaking foundations? You have the structure, we're going to dive deep. Confidence, we're going to dive deep. Delivery, we're going to dive deep in week 1. Week 2, just like today, we carved out 3 stories. At the end of week 2, each and every one of you will have a total of 40 stories across different categories to work on, so that you never ever have to worry about what do you want to speak about. Week 3 is when we are garnishing your public speaking skills. You see, one thing is learning the techniques and methods. And then based on the Albert Mehrabian formula, you need to tame your voice. How can you use your voice to speak effectively? How can you deliver in a way that your body, entire body and facial expressions and everything speaks with you? So that's week 3. Week 4 is something so important. Every time you want to converse with someone, you want to communicate with someone, you need to be in a position to really understand how can you persuade them to believe in what you are saying. Persuade them in a pointer, persuade them in a lesson, persuade them in really choosing what is right for them. So persuasion. This is where you're learning how to get that job interview, crack that deal. Whenever you want that promotion, really portray it out to your senior. That's what we are learning in week 4. So now the original price for this, we have decided at 50K, but since you all are here, obviously we're going to give you a massive discount. You'll be blown away. So please do stay till the end. Now, obviously, this is not it. These are the 4 live masterclasses for sure. But we just wanted this to be like a decision that you take, so that it just gives you that 1.1 term investment itself that you can completely utilize in order to grow across all categories. And in order to do that, just learning is not enough. And that's why we just decided we're going to give a lot of other things as well along with it. The first, bonuses. Now, these are gifts. Body language. How do you use your entire body? Even before we meet for the live masterclass sessions, we will be giving you these online courses that you can go through at the comfort of your home, at your fingertips. Body language mastery, how to utilize your entire body, 2,999, absolutely free for you if you choose to join today. Voice modulation, how do you craft your entire voice? I've given an entire 8-module training in this particular voice modulation mastery, 2,999, absolutely free if you choose to join today. Constructive evaluation. Now, we all live in this world where we want to portray our feedback in such a way that the other person does not feel hurt. At the same time, they feel good that we've given them a feedback. There's a structure to this entire pattern. 2,999, absolutely free for you if you choose to join today. These are all online courses. Flow state. We all want to get into the whole process of not just speaking, but whenever we are, right now I'm conducting a webinar, but I'm in flow. I'm really in the groove. How do you get into that groove whenever you're working, whenever you're speaking? Flow state mastery, 2,999, absolutely free if you decide to join today. Intuition mastery, knowing what to speak, when to speak, how to speak, really tapping into a version of yourself that you know is always going to help you to speak effectively. 2,999, absolutely free if you choose to join today. This is our flagship course, Complete Happiness Quest. It's a 35-day journey. Imagine, just this course itself is worth 6,000, 5,999. This has been created. This is the first thing that we've ever created. You get a complete workbook. You get amazing wisdom across all your categories in life. If you choose to really enroll for this quest itself, we give it to you absolutely for free if you choose to join today. Now, this is the fun part. After the 4 weeks long training, we're going to have a Speak Your Soul impromptu speech contest. This contest is the end result of the entire month-long journey that you take. And the top 3 winners will be given cash awards. We cannot set a price to this. It's just priceless. The experience is just going to be next level. Obviously, you get a participation certificate and completion certificate after this contest. Now, this is a big one. My partner, Professor Yogeshwari Sugumaran, will be guiding you through 4 live spoken English training sessions. It's compact. The 4 sessions that you're going to go through: foundations, understanding your vocabulary, maintaining your accent, really carving out the way you speak, whether it's your pronunciation, all the way to crafting your entire the love for the language, the passion for the language. These are the 4 compact sessions. That's all that you need. She's charging 10,000 for this, people. You get this absolutely for free if you choose to join today. Okay, this is a big one. I have been training 7 souls one-on-one on how to reach TEDx. All the way from handcrafting their story, finding their pattern, blueprint, reaching out to the organizers, all the way to finding that slot. One of my mentees is going to present her speech just on the 5th of December. 25,000 I'm charging from each of them. But if you choose to join today, we are going to give this to you absolutely for free. 4 live sessions, really carving out your blueprint towards your TEDx, so that you're not only stopping in impromptu communication, you're taking it to the next level by hitting the TEDx stage. Now, this is another big one. We give you access to our premium mastermind sessions, Sun's Den Premium Mastermind. And now a lot of you might be thinking that, Suryadeep, this is pretty interesting, but let's just say I want to speak in English. I want to do all these things, but I'm not really sure about spoken English itself, the practice. And we've got you covered in that as well. We have a Facebook group. You're going to be included into a live WhatsApp group. And just one day back, we have started a Telegram channel, which is more of a practice hub. In that practice hub, you learn new words every single day. You practice using those words every single day. You're participating in debates and spoken English conversations every single day. So it's more of a drilled in practice. Now, this is only available for premium members, those who are paying us. We are giving them this access. We give you access to that Telegram channel as well. It's called English Speaking Club 360-degree training. We get you added in that group as well. So your spoken English is taken care of. Your evaluation and feedback, well, we got a Facebook group. All of you, those who choose to join, will be a part of the Facebook group. As you are going through every single week, the assignments that we have, you are speaking every single day for 30 days. At the end of 30 days, you're going to have all the confidence that you need, because every single time you post a video, me and my partner are there to give you individualized video feedback. You never get this anywhere else. If you are speaking on a topic, we tell you what are the 3 things that we loved, what are the 3 areas of improvement that you can work on in the next speech. That itself is worth the price of the course. Not just that. This upcoming month, we are coming up with another amazing initiative, which is called as the book club. What is the book club? It's called as the Sun's Den Book Club, where we will be connecting one-on-one, group as a group. We're connecting as a group. We are reading a book. We are reading a book in 15 days. We provide you the books. We are all reading together. We are all making notes. And then we connect every alternative week and we discuss what are our greatest lessons, what are our reviews on the book. We learn all these crazy tools being a part of the book club. We are sharing knowledge, we're sharing value with each other. Because 2021, I want to kickstart this whole habit of getting started with reading. I used to read 2 books a week, but I've not been reading too often. So right now I want to get into the groove. You can be a part of that as well. Now I'm going to be charging somewhere around 1,000 rupees per month of subscription, but you as a paid member, if you choose to join today, you get lifetime access to the book club as well. How crazy is that? Now, if all of these things are being put together, obviously we all know that it's going to come up with a huge price, but we have decided only for you all, we are going to be giving you a bumper discount. If we want to give you a bumper discount, here's what I would want you to do. Get your payment gateway ready. We are right now receiving payments only through Google Pay, Phone Pay, Paytm, or NEFT bank transfer that we can come about later, but Phone Pay, Google Pay and all. So get your payment modality ready. We are going to be sharing the entire bumper offer with you. You don't have to pay us 50,000. You don't have to pay us the bonuses. You just have to pay 9,999, but that's not it. We have another amazing thing for you. See, I know 9,999 one shot, it's impossible. Very difficult to pay one shot. That's why we've got you covered. Only for the next 20 minutes, we are going to take just 1,500 from you to book your slot. 1,500 to book your slot. The remaining amount you can pay it in installments over a period of 2 months. That is December and January, as per your convenience. As per your convenience. Where do you pay? This is the number. You go to this particular number in Google Pay, Phone Pay, or you scan this particular QR code. You pay 1,500 rupees. You instantly gain access to all the bonuses that we have today itself. And from the upcoming Sunday onwards, we are going to get started. What are the timings? The timings will be evening 6 o'clock Sunday. Evening 6 o'clock Sunday. Every Sunday, we are going to be having our sessions. Now, mind you, this also comes up with the bonus live Q&A session that we are doing every single Monday. You still get access to all the upcoming live sessions that we are going to be doing. You don't have to pay another dime. All you have to do is just pay 1,500 right now in this particular number to really book your slot. Now, at the same time, I'll have to tell you, we are only taking somewhere around 6 to 8 members, not more than that, because we have to give you video feedback, right? It's an immersion. So that's why we're going to start the timer. If you have any questions, put it up in the chat or unmute yourself and ask me. Okay, all the questions we're going to be asking today, but I have to respect time. I'm going to start the timer right now. So this offer is going to be available only for the next 20 minutes. Meanwhile, let's get on with Q&A. If you have any questions, unmute yourself and ask me. And also, you can put it up in the chat so that I can also answer. Now, this is the number that you have to pay in. 1,500, that's it. Now, 1,500 rupees, is it going to really, okay. So the entire course, the entire thing is worth 9,999. Okay, 9,999. 1,500 is what you have to pay right now in order to book your slot. The remaining amount you can pay it across through different installments that we will leave it up to you. Okay, so now let's get on with the questions. Okay, the book club and how will you be benefited? Okay, so the book club is like a community of like-minded people, where we are going to be reading one book every fortnight. So we'll choose a book. We will be giving you the book. We'll be giving you the book, the PDF version, the EPUB version. We'll be giving you the audiobook version as well. Whichever way that you feel is comfortable, you can go through the entire book as per your entire pace. But every 15 days onwards, every 15 days, we are all connecting. We are connecting to give our reviews for the book. We want to share our notes. We want to share our highlights, so that every single week onwards, we make reading a habit. I remember my mentor telling me, in today's world, it's not about your brute strength, it's about your brain strength. In order to grow your mind, reading is the gym for the mind. So that's why we are introducing the book club community. So I think that answers your question. Okay, now let's get into the whole course, like the materials, the deliverables, one by one. Okay, as the timer is going on, by the way, I'm going to be reminding you once again that it's just less than 18 minutes. You just have to pay 1,500 right now to book your slot. You got the entire the scan, the QR code in your screen. You got the number as well, so you can save up that number as well. So for those who, that is my number itself, so you can directly pay, and make sure that you're sharing the screenshot in the WhatsApp number as well, so that we can really get you added in the group straight away. Okay, so now, how will you get access to the courses after the payment? As soon as you send us the screenshot, we will be creating the entire online courses coupon code, and we will be giving you the link. You click onto the links and you can avail the courses straight away. You can have them. The courses are presently uploaded in Udemy, so you will straight away gain access to all of those courses straight, one shot. You just one click away, and you can add them into your cart or just enroll it off for free completely, right? So we'll get all those things in order. The team will get in touch with you, and that's how it's going to be. Okay, now coming to our the first masterclass that's going to happen the upcoming weekend, upcoming Sunday, 6 p.m. We will be diving deep into understanding how to structure your presentation, how to structure your conversations. People who have been through this course, what they have done is, after going through, they've had all the confidence, all the structure, and understanding the methods of delivery the way they wanted to. And then we immerse you into the Facebook group. The Facebook group is where you are posting your daily challenges. We are uploading one new topic every single day in the group. You need to make videos. We evaluate the entire video. That's what we are doing. Week 2 storytelling. That's when you know what are the things that you want to be speaking about. So we dive deep, we go through a total of 8 categories, and we ask you to write 5 stories in each. That's 40 stories. 2.5 hours of training followed by Q&A. Obviously, that's what makes the whole process so amazing. And then, of course, week 3, we fine-tune your body language, fine-tune your vocal variety, we fine-tune your tonality, we fine-tune your content, immersing all those things together, putting all those things together, and we literally deliver it to you. At the end of week 3, people who have never really spoken ever, they don't really know what to speak about, they were posting 2 to 3 videos in the group because they were enjoying the whole process of evaluation and getting better. Week 4, persuasion, convincing, negotiating, really utilizing all the things that you've learned so far in a way that can get you results in your personal life, in your professional life. People who have attended in October, they've just literally called me up and said, Suryadeep, this one session itself has been life-changing for me. Thank you so much for conducting this. Persuasion mastery, it's so powerful. And of course, you got your online courses. I'm just gonna add on a couple of other bonuses as well for you all. There are 2. I'm presently coaching people one-on-one on 2 things. 1, how to reach your TEDx reach. Number 2, how to find your purpose. I have been working with one of my clients who just spent somewhere around 3 sessions with me. She has been able to find a story, and right now it's so powerful. She's just recorded the video and she's going to send it to them. The story is so powerful, it might just turn out to be the next viral speech that you see on TEDx, because it includes a process. The process obviously involves how to find your story. What is the story that you want to share to the world? How do you design a template in such a way that when you are reaching out to the organizers are going to really look into you, look into your profile, accept you as one of the trainers? And of course, there's a step-by-step method in reaching out to the organizers, creating your YouTube channel, posting stuff on YouTube, managing your LinkedIn, really making it optimized enough so that it looks professional. That's what includes in the TEDx training. We're giving you 4 live sessions. And of course, find your purpose. I've been working with this client. We've already had 2 sessions so far. I'm charging somewhere around 20,000 for each of these sessions, by the way. Just for 5 sessions with me, I'm charging 20,000, 25,000 for TEDx. In how to find your purpose, the first thing that I'm working with them is just I'm trying to understand what are the things that they're interested in. What are the things that they have expertise in? Just finding that and opening the mind into all these gifts that we all have. And then how do you utilize those gifts to put it out into the world? The client that I'm working with, he was able to find his voice. And not only did he find his voice, right now he knows even if he stops going for his traditional work, he can still survive by simply monetizing that skill. I really train you in each of that. So for those who choose to join, you can have either of the 2. You can go for the 4 live sessions on TEDx, or you can go for your 4 live sessions on how to find your purpose. Coming to the 4 live sessions of spoken English training, I mean, I had no idea the importance of words that you use, the importance of daily practice, the importance of suggestions and feedback, the importance of accent, pronunciation, getting rid of the mother tongue effect, understanding how can you listen effectively, how can you really create a conversation in which you pitch an idea, the other person is going to get that. Professor Yogeshwari is going to guide you through an entire compact immersion across these 4 live sessions. You don't really need any further spoken English training. So we made it a complete, absolute, irresistible offer for you to go through. If there are more questions, please shoot them. We are doing Q&A right now. With the timing is only less than 12 minutes. The course price is 9,999. But you can pay that. You're not paying that in one shot. You can pay it across installments. We're making it so flexible for you. but it's only available for the next 11 minutes. Where do you pay? This is the QR code. You either scan the QR code and you drop the payment, or you can go to this number, go to Phone Pay, Google Pay, BHIM, Paytm, doesn't really matter. Drop us the screenshot. Drop us the screenshot so that we can definitely congratulate you. We can give you a shout out as well. Okay. Let's come to the online courses. On these entire online courses, I took somewhere around all the learnings that I've had so far in the last 1.5 years in public speaking. I've put it all into these online courses, and you can literally get started with them from today itself. Body language, the way you use your body, your facial expressions, you got your power, you got your ability to use your hand gestures and all those things. Every single thing divided across 8 modules. You get to be a part of it. You get all of that today itself. Vocal variety. Have you noticed how I was using my voice when I was sharing those stories? How powerful. Okay, Gopal Krishnan sir has joined. Congratulations, Gopal sir. Thank you so much for taking this massive, massive decision. This is huge. It's really, really, really huge for us. Congratulations. Looking forward to having you in our the live sessions that we're going to be conducting. It's going to be an absolute blast. So yeah, people are taking action. This is amazing. Okay. Now coming to constructive feedback. You see, feedback is something I really, really feel can change your life altogether. When you can give people an honest feedback in a way that they don't feel hurt, you earn their respect because they realize they have someone from whom they're going to learn exactly what they have to learn, what they want to learn. That's the power. That's constructive feedback divided across 8 modules, and it's so powerful, so immersive. It's just mind-boggling the way we really dive deep, and we really train you through those online courses. It's, by the way, every single online course comes up with a workbook in itself. When you go to the course, there'll be a segment in which you can download your entire workbook. When you download the workbook, you can immerse yourself along with the learnings. You can go through the entire assignment. So it's pretty much like organized. Every online course is organized. Then of course you got your flow state and intuition. A lot of people have asked me, how can you get so much of work done in such a less period of time? I mean, think about it, people. Acknowledging the techniques of your energy body, finding what is your focused state, finding what are the things that put you into that habit of really immersing yourself and getting the things done. That's what we teach you in flow state. You know how to make your entire day productive, your entire journey productive, divided across 8 modules. Super powerful stuff. Of course, needless to say, all the live sessions that we're going to be going through, you'll be getting the live recordings as well. The recordings, you can have them with you. Now, the best part is, okay, yeah, for those of you who are paying, please make sure that post payment, you drop a screenshot in the number. When you drop your screenshot into the number, what we will be able to do is we'll straight away get you added into the groups, and we will obviously know, we'll be able to keep a track. Okay, so it's 1500. How much time do you have left? You just have less than 8 minutes to go. 8 minutes. I remember today itself, I was doing this one-on-one session with one of my clients, very dear, very dear. And she just told me this, Suryadeep, how are you offering this at such a fraction of a price? I mean, she's going to pay me 20,000 just for the TEDx. Of course, we again made it so simple, the installments and all those things. But right now we are giving you so much more. And in fact, guess what? This is the most of the value that we have offered across any session that we have ever conducted, any webinar that we've ever conducted. We might not just never offer this much to you ever, because we believe in the value that we are bringing in. The price is 9,999, but you only have to pay 1,500 to book your slot. Other than that, if you are choosing to join elsewhere, choose immediate the whole individualized sessions and all that. You won't be able to help you. You have to pay us the entire amount, and then it just feels horrible. We will feel bad as well. So make the most of it. Take up this responsibility. Just less than 6 minutes to go. I mean, $1,500. It's not going to remove your financial stability. It's not going to really hurt you much. But on the upside, you at the end of 2021, you will know all the skills that you need in order to really master your impromptu communication. You have all these powerful bonuses. Who knows, in 2022, you might even have a TEDx speech to really showcase to the whole world. And you might even find your purpose and design your own online e-learning business. You never know. The book club. Every single week, like from tomorrow, the month of December, apologies. The month of December, we are straight away going to kickstart the first book. The first book. We are going to create that WhatsApp group. We are going to invite members who are going to pay us a monthly subscription for that. You don't have to pay anything. We straight away start reading. Straight away start growing. TEDx, think about it. Your speech, your story, your message is going to be out in a YouTube channel which has somewhere around 35 million subscribers. 35 million, that's 3.5 crores subscribers. They're going to be, the potential is huge. Your story will be watched by so many people. That itself is giving me so much of goosebumps. My video is already somewhere, I think 2,000 plus people have already watched my TEDx talk. Now, as I've been working with all these people, I've realized it's not just about going through the entire blueprint. I mean, I can give you the blueprint right now. In fact, there's a workshop out there in my YouTube channel. You can go through that entire workshop, get the entire technique. But how do you find whether the template that you've created is good enough or not? How do you find the story that you've created, whether it's going to resonate with the people or not? Who is going to give you that validation? Other than someone who's actually done the whole thing, been through the entire journey. That's how it works. That's how the whole process works. So, as we have just less than 4 minutes to go, again, 1,500, that's all that you need to pay. That's all that we are asking you for. 1,500, you pay in this particular number. Right away, we get you your slot. When you decide to take this action step, guess what? The December month is going to be a life-changing month. You're going to make the most of it by going through this entire emotion, by going through this entire learnings. One entire month of growth. If there are any questions, of course, please do drop it in the chat. You can also unmute yourself and share, ask your questions to us. We would appreciate that as well. And for those of you who are still thinking, I think all you have to do is just take this plunge, take that decision, and it's going to change your life once and for all. It changed the lives of 25 people who have decided to join us back in October. And we are offering, I think, 10 times than what we have. So again, so far, whatever we have learned in this particular session, this particular training, which must have been a life-changing one for you. These are the techniques, again, that I've used all my life. Okay, less than 2 minutes to go, less than 120 seconds. Okay, wait, it's just going to come up to less than 90 seconds. Mind you, we won't be able to help you. Like after this entire offer closes, if you're paying us 1,500 and if you're telling us, okay, I still want to be a part of it, we just have to return your money back. We won't be able to help you. And that won't be a good thing to do, I'm sure. So 1,500, just the moment the alarm rings, it's going to be over. So the next 90 seconds, next 90 seconds, I'm just going to allow you to really immerse yourself in this, just asking yourself, what are you going to lose out today if you don't take this decision in the next 90 seconds? losing out on something so big, losing out on an opportunity. It's never going to be back to you. You got 4 live masterclasses. You got 6 bumper online courses. The complete happiness quest. Yeah, so that's 7. You got 4 live sessions with respect to spoken English training, hardcore 360-degree training in English. You got 4 live sessions of either reaching to your TEDx or launching your e-learning business. You be a part of the book club that's going to change your life altogether. What are you waiting for? Just have 10 seconds. That's it. So keep the screen right now in front of you. Those who are joining in the next 10 seconds, and then we have to close the offer. That is it. That's it. The offer is over. For those of you who have been here, it's been an absolute pleasure. Gopal sir, welcome to our family. It's just going to be a blast. We're going to work together, and it's going to be a crazy, crazy, crazy journey. Thank you so much for taking the plunge. So far, whatever we have learned, this has been super, super insightful. I'm sure it must have been insightful for you all as well. The recording, it will be there in my YouTube channel. So for those who want to know more about it, obviously we'll be putting it in the respective groups. Yes, Gopal sir, so good to really have you. Amazing, so good to have you.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to your all classes. So,
yes, it's going to be
for long we were in touch. Somehow it culminated today that we are getting in touch with each other.
Yes. That's right.
Since June we are in touch with each other.
Is growing far more now that we are going to be working.
It's
going to be a blast.
I'm also. I like your infectious energy. I'm always inside.
Thank you so much, Gopal sir. Yeah,
that
really energy means a lot.
Let us start the journey.
Sure.
Okay, looking forward.
Yes. So with that, I think it's been an absolute pleasure and honor once again serving you this particular evening. Of course, I'm sure it must have got an immense value in terms of your speaking effectively, instantly, confidently. So with that, this is Dr. Suryadeep. Love you all so much. Good night, everyone.